Good morning. Today we have Mike Pence book writing. Um, in this book writing, Mike Pence, the ex-vice president of the United States, he revealed what happened um, during the insurrection, or they call it coup d'etat attempt that was organized by Donald Trump and his group, uh, led by Donald Trump himself and some Proud Boys outkeepers when they attacked the Congress, the House of Congress. So Mike Pence right here was perceived by most people as courageous, and so there's a split thought about Mike Pence among the majority of mass of people. One side called Mike Pence is patriotic, and the other side called Mike Pence not doing enough because he let the coup d'etat process is occurring since day one until the attack of the capital. So but basically right here Mike Pence, it seems he has a line of calling patriotism. When someone have a call of patriotic moment, so I think this is the moment of Mike Pence being so patriotic, because it's too much for him and he couldn't tolerate anymore, and he has a genuine honest opinion, and he execute what he thinks is right. So that's the line that he can go across, the line that saying attacking the capital and attacking the will of the people, or in other words it's called coup d'etat. Mike Pence stand up. I don't know if there is enough or not enough as a patriot, but everybody patriotic moment are not the same. Some people, they see the country was destroyed and they were just okay with it, but soon as somebody's seen their family being murdered, they all of a sudden becoming a patriot and save the whole country. So the patriotic moment are not the same for everybody. And how do we get into this predicament? I mean, isn't it patriotic is supposed to be the same all across the board, or patriotic is very subjective, so it's debatable. But the common people knows patriotic is as far as right or wrong is my country. That's patriotic, but kind of stupid. That's the most stupid extreme patriot, that saying right or wrong is my country. And then reserve patriotic means if it's right, then it's my country. If it's not right, it's still my country, but somebody crazy run my country. So this never defined in school for a student or kids, because kids not try to make them to think. So they're not supposed to think. They're just being given of sort of paraphrases about right or wrong is my country. But I never have an education at school that say right or wrong, it's not always my country, but when it's right, it's always my country, but when it's wrong, it's crazy people running my country that we need to correct it. So that's the public discussion should go that far. Um, how do we define wrong? It's like I said again, it's the will of the people. And the will of people also sometimes wrong too, because the people will be a victim of propaganda that brainwash people. So whatever they do, although it's corrupt, although it's a malicious government, although it's torturing, but people assume that's fine, like killing a lot of people in Ukraine, destroying apartment in Kiev by Putin, and or the whole Russian says that's acceptable. Well, that's not acceptable, because there's a line being humanity or inhuman, So patriotic, it needs to have a broad definition. The definition of patriotic should include all kind of a fairness. Patriotic cannot be unfair, cannot be just one-sided or strategically beneficial. So it needs to be a common people, common world understanding of right and wrong. Like killing people is wrong, or killing or mass murdering people in apartment of Kiev is wrong. So patriotic, it's not supposed to define that way. So if a citizen were drafted by a country to go to war, a wrong war, let's say war against 9/11, but then people that were attacked are not related to it, so that's not patriotic. And also the understanding of how a citizen is supposed to go to war or agree to a war, it's also questionable. Any war never be right, because the correct way is not the war, but a debate or a negotiation or bargaining. So instead of war, people could always bargain, people can always negotiate, and they could always use minimum casualties. Let's say there's a despot, or there's a leader that is so cruel that torturing his own people. So what they do, just take out that leader only, or trap the leader when the leader went to another country, and then they arrested them and put him on trial in The Hague by the International Court of Justice. So all the people doesn't have to feel the brunt of the corrupt leader. So here we go again. Patriotic has to be selective to the core problem, not generalized. Let's say Russian is committed, not Russian, it's Putin and some of his group, or everybody that involved in attacking Ukraine mercilessly and randomly attacking innocent people, that should be arrested and put in a court of justice, International Court of Justice. That too still have to go through a trial. That has to be convicted, it has to be proven. So everything has to be fair and everything has to be lawful. So nothing illegal, so nothing crime convicted without conviction, so it has to go through international court. So you can fight a tyrant with another tyrant. So here we go again. Patriotic has a line actually. It's not an open end kind of concept. So it has a humanity in it. There you go. So this Mike Pence cannot be just accused, oh, he's not really patriotic. But if you wanna prove that he's not really patriotic, don't just make a speech, but convict him, put him on a trial, and see what he says. See if you can convict him. So not only accuse him, but also prove it in a court of justice, in a law way. So it's not illegal accusation. It's too many people talking and saying this guy is bad, this guy is good, but never proof, never convict. It's just accusation, wildly accused. So there you go. It needs to stop, and it needs to put into a perspective. That's democracy of the day that we could take away from this Mike Pence book that will be released. The title is Siding Trump Coup Attempt. Good luck in reading his book.